I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Humans are the only beings who die and kill for their ideas, and throughout history, no idea has been more complex, more powerful, and at times more dangerous than religion, from the raised crosses of the Crusades to the flags of today. And as I mentioned in Video 0, religion has caused separation and difference among humans. Religion has created hatred and division among people. It has controlled us in our way of thinking, but the positive aspect of religion is that without it, we might still be the same savages as the early humans. And now this question always remains, is war an inseparable part of the nature of religion? Or conversely, is religion the greatest victim of the wars that have been started in its name? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Jan Armant, and in this video, we're going to talk about a sensitive topic that some people certainly won't want discussed, and perhaps they'll even restrict the video. But such a thing won't stop me from speaking, so people know what's happening behind the curtains of politics, war, and indeed, religion. Tensions between countries are growing these days, pushing us closer to World War III. If it isn't stopped, it could turn into a historic disaster. So to understand this, we must first know ourselves. Unlike other animals, humans die for something more than just food and shelter. They die for their symbols and ideas. For a flag, a cross, a crescent moon, and a sentence in an ancient book. These are not just objects or words. They are vessels for meaning. They become our identity. And when someone attacks our symbols, it's as if they have attacked us. This is where war transforms from a conflict over resources into an identity-based and bloody war. A war where no negotiation is possible, because they've targeted our very core. And if any negotiation does take place, it's nothing but a political game and stagecraft. Now, how does this war of identity become a holy catastrophe? In the year 1095, Second Urban stood in the Clermont Cathedral in France and cried out, "God want it." This sentence was the spark that lit the fire of the Crusades for 2 centuries. This is just one of hundreds of examples in history that caused various wars, different border demarcations, and the differences between us. Step 1. Distinguishing people from each other with statements like, "They are infidels, heretics, foreigners, and not one of us in terms of religion and race, who are considered a threat to the divine order of the world." Step 2. Promise of otherworldly rewards. Soldiers, from ancient times to now, are promised heaven, salvation, or eternal grace. They say that death for this cause is not an end, it's an upgrade, a new beginning, and a better life. This is where the natural logic of the fear of death is trampled. Step 3. Command and unconditional obedience. The sanctification of the tools of violence, the sword, the gun, the bomb, and other things. These are no longer tools for killing. They are executing the divine will, allowing a person to kill without a guilty conscience, which creates a wounded soul within the individual. But a big question arises here. Do these holy wars truly come from the simple, raw faith of ordinary people? Behind most of these wars, there are much more earthly players, like the Jews. Look, I don't want to offend, I just want to state the facts. They have committed many sins but play the victim before the world. They harassed and persecuted God's prophets and messengers, and killed some of them. Prophet Moses was repeatedly opposed and harassed by the Israelites. Prophet Yahweh was martyred by the Jews. Prophet Aaron was harassed by the Jews. Prophet Jesus Christ was denied, persecuted, and ultimately martyred by the Jews. Prophet Shuaib was opposed by the Jews. Prophet Jeremiah was harassed by the Jews. Prophet Isaiah was martyred by the Jews. Prophet Joseph was abused and envied by his Jewish brothers, and separated from his father for many years. Likewise, they disobeyed Prophet Solomon and deviated from the right path. Prophet Samuel was opposed by the Jews, and also, Prophet David faced opposition and jealousy from the Jewish people. And throughout history, they have caused division between countries and separated them from one another, like the division among the Arabs, who divided Arabia into several parts, known today as Qatar, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, and they caused the separation of 2 countries for their own benefit, which includes India and Pakistan. Also, they attacked the soil of other countries, including Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, and Iran, and disrupted regional peace. And they have also told lies for their own benefit, like saying our enmity is not with the people but with the government. Behind the scenes of this lie are countless martyred children and war-torn people of Palestine. So, nothing is real until you see it for yourself. Politicians are usually willing to do anything to protect their own interests, which requires a common enemy to unite the people and consolidate their power. Economists, who have their eyes on the resources of other lands. These actors use the fuel of people's faith to keep the engine of war running. They use holy symbols as signposts to direct the masses where they want them to go. This is the greatest betrayal of any religion and spirituality. In the Middle East, the rise of ISIS, who called themselves the Islamic State, but their violence was condemned by many scholars across the Muslim world. In Europe, the 30 Years' War, which happened between 1618–1648, was perhaps the bloodiest religious war in European history, a war between Catholics and Protestants. They massacred each other and reduced the population of Germany by up to 30%. In Asia, the separation of Pakistan from India, which became the largest forced migration in history. It caused violence and enmity between Hindus and Muslims, and also resulted in hundreds of massacres during this partition. What similarity do these 3 historical and bloody wars I told you about share? The repetition of a repetitive cycle. History tells us that when faith deviates from its main path and becomes a tool of power, the result is nothing but ruin and tears. Peace is possible, but it requires collective wisdom and learning from the mistakes of the past. Perhaps the main lesson is that we should not seek to build walls, but rather to build bridges. So, is religion the cause of war or its victim? The answer cannot be summed up in one word, but there is a simple, undeniable truth. No holy book, by itself, has ever started a war. It has always been humans who have picked up the book and used it as a weapon or a shield. History is full of wars that started in the name of God, but no war ever made God the victor. It was we who spilled the blood, we were the ones who sanctified hatred, and we were the ones who forged a sword from faith. The same question remains with us today. Is religion our enemy, or are we our own enemy? Religion can be a light in the darkness, or a fire that burns down homes. The choice is ours, with me and you. If God is the God of love, then perhaps the greatest worship is to hold each other's hands instead of fighting. And perhaps, peace begins precisely where we first dare to say, God is not only with us, God is with all of us.